members protest at Foxcroft Academy over a court ruling involving 2 students.
Plus, lawmakers push for stronger protections for children in state care.
And Coast Guard members remind boaters to brush up on safety ahead of the summer season. The 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 starts right now.
Now, your primetime local news leader. Fox 22 News at 10.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, a judge's ruling allowed 2 Foxcroft Academy students who were allegedly involved in a sexual assault case to continue attending school in person.
However, parents were not happy with the decision, so they decided to host a peaceful protest in response. Our Sierra Jordan was there.
Parents and community members were outraged after finding out 2 teenage students who were allegedly involved in the sexual assault of one of their classmates were actually allowed to continue attending Foxcroft Academy. Now, the Academy headmaster says the school was just following protocol.
We became aware of it. We communicated with the proper authorities. We called the alleged victim, put in support immediately.
2 Foxcroft Academy students appeared in front of a district court judge last Friday. As a result, the judge ruled the accused students were allowed back in the school with the alleged victim, but under certain circumstances.
I can't even begin to understand how that decision was made.
Elizabeth Walsh has 2 kids who attend Foxcroft Academy. She says she found out the accused students were back in school through a news article. Walsh, among other parents and members of the community, were frustrated with the school's response and judge's ruling.
It makes me very angry as far as how they handled it.
Ashley Gosselin created an online petition on change.org in an effort to remove the accused students from the school. She says they have a goal to reach 1,500 signatures, and so far they've reached over 1,400.
This culture that allows rape to be a thing. Like, we need to believe people when they speak out. It's such a brave thing to speak out when you've been victimized, and there has to be support there. There has to be love and support.
In response to the online petition, the accused students were forced to switch to remote learning. However, according to a Facebook post from Foxcroft Academy, the school also switched to remote learning Wednesday after receiving threats.
Something happened on campus, we can communicate and we communicate with the parents. But something off campus, we have FERPA laws that we have to follow. We are investigating, and the investigation is currently going on.
On Wednesday morning, parents and community members stood in front of Foxcroft Academy to show support for the alleged victim and family.
I just wanted to show support for the victim and to, show that he has a community that loves him.
In Dover, Foxcroft, I'm Sierra Jordan reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
2 people arrested as part of an undercover investigation into the sale of fentanyl and crack cocaine in Washington County have been indicted. The Washington County grand jury indicted 40-year-old Todd Sakabason of Indian Township for aggravated trafficking in drugs, as well as unlawful trafficking in drugs and criminal forfeiture. Police say they seized crack cocaine, more than $7,000 in suspected drug proceeds, 3 firearms, and other evidence of drug trafficking during an early morning search of his home in March. 33-year-old Mandy Richter of Indian Township was indicted for unlawful drug trafficking and violation of conditions of release in connection with that same investigation.
2 people were also indicted in connection with an incident in Machias in January. 38-year-old Kimarni Bennett of Worcester, Massachusetts, was indicted on 2 counts of aggravated drug trafficking and 1 count of criminal trespass. 30-year-old Marcus Jones of Randolph, Massachusetts, was indicted on 1 count of aggravated drug trafficking and criminal trespass. Police responded to a call about people inside a vacant building on Beale Street. Officers seized more than 100 grams of cocaine and cocaine base.
Well, switching gears now, following the announcement of faculty cuts at UMaine Farmington, the UMF Faculty Senate took a vote of no confidence in Chancellor Daniel Malloy. 73% of the UMF Senate supported the no confidence vote. In a resolution drafted by the group, they alleged a number of grievances. They say the faculty cuts gut the school's humanities division, threaten UMF's identity and mission as a liberal arts college specializing in the preparation of teachers, and, quote, make it impossible impossible for students in multiple programs to complete their majors at their home institution. They also cited the resignation of 3 presidents in the humane system in the last year under Malloy's leadership, saying those departures have led to a culture of instability. In response to the no confidence vote, Chancellor Malloy issued a statement saying in part, quote, "I take seriously the University of Maine at Farmington Faculty Senate's vote today. I understand that they are reacting to very difficult decisions and challenges facing UMF. My promise is to continue to work with the faculty, staff, campus leadership, and most importantly, students to protect the unique and high-quality college experience provided by the University of Maine at Farmington," end quote. The statement said the system will continue to work to find new opportunities for the members of the faculty who were directly impacted by the cuts. Chancellor Malloy was also the subject of a no-confidence vote by the University of Maine at Augusta Faculty Senate last week.
Some lawmakers are calling for stronger protections for minors in child protective services. R.A.J. Douglas was at a child protection reform rally in Augusta today where foster parents shared their stories.
It's life or death for a child.
Dozens attended a rally at the state capitol building calling for reform to existing policies and procedures related to the Department of Health and Human Services methods for child protection services. Bessie Grant, longtime child care provider, claims numerous reports to DHHS have drawn little concern.
I've wanted to put a complaint in about the inaction of a caseworker or an investigator. I don't get a response from the department, and when I do, it's vague.
State Senator Jeff Timberlake says he is working to give voice to the issue after listening to stories from foster parents as they fight back tears detailing events where they felt the foster care system has failed them.
We're here for the foster parents and the foster children and the 29 children in the last year that are no longer with us anymore.
Wednesday, a hearing was conducted by the Government Oversight Committee per an ongoing investigation into Maine's child protective system that has dated back to 2016 after reports of 2 child deaths. Maine.gov reports in 2021, 29 children died and various causes of death were listed, ranging from accidents or even suicide.
So the work of the Government Oversight Committee as it pertains to child protective services has been a result of the tragic deaths of 4 children in the state of Maine in the past year. We had 4 child homicides.
Timberlake explains the importance of continuing to advocate for more child protections.
The lax that's happening is between the top and the bottom, the communication level. And I think we need to open that up and make that a better place.
If you suspect a child has been neglected or harmed, please call 1-800-452-1999. In Augusta, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
The pandemic has helped create a major shortage of affordable quality childcare, but providers say one thing is helping them keep workers. Mal Meyer has the story.
It's hard. It's really hard.
Tabitha Cummings has 17 people on her staff at Creative Exploration's Child Development Center, but is always looking for more, which is a challenge.
Unfortunately, early childhood educators don't get paid what they should, and they don't have a lot of benefits in being an early childhood educator.
Recognizing the problem, the governor passed $200 monthly stipends for roughly 7,000 childcare workers.
I do have employees, and it has absolutely been a help to them, and I think it's helped retain them.
That extra money has helped the staff, but there's still a shortage of providers.
I can't think of one provider right now as in family childcare in my area that has an opening.
Creative Explorations is opening another location this year. Still, they have a wait list of more than 100 babies under 1 year old.
So we've kind of capped that, and we're not even taking applications for our infant toddler wait list at this time.
Maine DHHS says the number of licensed child care facilities has remained roughly the same over the last few years, while family child care providers, which are run out of homes, has declined significantly.
To welcome people, young families here, we need to make sure they have adequate and affordable and quality child care. It's all part of economic development, ultimately.
Governor Mills says free community college for 2 years and federal pandemic funds to expand child care facilities will also help with the shortage.
That was Mal Meyer reporting. Meanwhile, the Police and Fire Dispatch Center in Piscataquis County has plans to relocate. However, that project is costing more than expected. The dispatch center was built inside the Piscataquis County Jail in the 1980s. Now, county officials say it's difficult for dispatchers to juggle making EMS and fire calls, as well as monitoring the safety of correctional officers. With the remaining funds in the American Rescue Plan Act, county officials say they'll move the dispatch center into the administrative unit of the sheriff's office. Sheriff Bob Young of Piscataquis County says the project will cost more than $500,000.
It can be a very stressful environment. There's two of them, and they're inside the jail, and so that has its own stressors. There are inmates staring at them all the time and aware of what's going on.
Sheriff Young says they are in the process of talking to architects and engineers. He says they hope to have a proposal at the end of the next commissioners meeting. As we turn our attention to the outdoors today, very nice day overall, but we're feeling that gusty wind out there.
Yeah, the sunshine is great. And the temperatures have been mild, so, you can almost forgive the wind because it was still an absolutely great day to get outside. Here's hoping there's more of that on the way. And with answers to that particular question, we'll turn things over and take a first look at our forecast.
All right, Beth, thank you. Happy Friday. Your first weather is brought to you by Goose River Farm Meat Store. And all right, so we'll take it, right? Temperatures in the 50s, even a couple low 60s out there today. We'll do it again tomorrow and for Sunday and maybe Monday as well before we get some more rain showers in here on Tuesday. Speaking of rain showers, there are a couple of sprinkles out there today, but those are now falling apart. We'll get decreasing clouds tonight, and then tomorrow, all we have is some wind across the region. Right now, out of the northwest, around 12 sustained, gusting near 25. We'll keep that going tonight into tomorrow as well. Our forecast then tonight, though, is clearing skies with low temperatures in the 30s. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
Alrighty, Jeff, thanks so much. So definitely a chilly overnight, but hopefully some more sunshine on the way.
Absolutely nothing we can't handle.
All right, well, still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, how the Ellsworth Chamber of Commerce is honoring members of the community for their accomplishments.
And this week is United Way's Week of Action, where volunteers help their communities all across the state. We'll have more after this.
Protect your boat and enjoy summer made simple with a Shoremaster boat lift from Hammond Lumber Company.
Hey Bangor residents, the City of Bangor is offering up to $2,000 in grants for income-eligible single-family homeowners if you install a new Fujitsu heat pump in your home. And Valley Home Services is an authorized Fujitsu installer. Up to $2,000. Combine that grant with rebates from Efficiency Maine, and you could have a new Fujitsu heat pump installed by Valley Home Services at little to no cost. Don't miss this incredible offer, Bangor. Call Valley Home Services today to see if you qualify.
Think premium can't be capable? Think again. Introducing the first ever AT4 lineup. Premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC.
Get 0% financing on GMC Canyon models. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get an additional $250 purchase allowance. We are professional grade. GMC.
Think easier, like, come on, what can I do to help you, hon?
Yes! Get out! Andy. Get out of my room! Get out!
You're not lying. I didn't say anything. Yes, you did. What did you say?
Hi, I'm Joe Cortez. Coming up on Good Morning Maine, we'll have coverage from the Chamber of Commerce Awards. Plus, there's a new type of dating app hitting the Bangor area. And summer travel is kicking into high gear. We spoke to some officials with TSA to find out the recent trends. We'll have this and more coming up. See you soon.
Welcome back. TSA officials are expecting and preparing for especially busy airports in New England this summer. Travel volumes have already been increasing in Maine and across the country, and that trend is expected to continue. TSA New England spokesperson Dan Velez gave some tips for making the process as quick as possible. He suggested checking the TSA website for prohibited items as well as arriving at least 2 hours before your departure time. Also, have your ID in hand and secure loose items in a bag before going through security, as all good practices for efficiency. The TSA is hiring in preparation for the summer and offering increased pay incentives as well.
We're hiring across the country. We're hiring in Maine, here at Bangor and at Presque Isle airports. We're offering a $2,000 incentive bonus for folks who sign on between now and September.
Apply for a position with the TSA. You can head to usajobs.gov.
Well, Anna Schreiner's in Bangor is continuing its work with children. Marketing and Communications Director Dave Gulia says the organization is once again holding its free screening clinic for children. The free screenings are available to children in need of burn care, pediatric surgery, spinal cord injuries, scoliosis, and other injuries and conditions.
For instance, in Dover, they go to the Mayo Hospital up there. Again, it's donated, so that part doesn't cost us anything. But the care is costly, and that when we get that by donations, and that's all the things that the Shriners do all year long, to raise money for the hospitals.
Clinics will be held on Saturday, May 21st from 9 a.m. to noon in Bangor, Presque Isle, Calais, Machias, and Dover-Foxcroft.
Making a difference in Maine is the goal of the United Way's Week of Action, with events all across the state. As Christian Bridges reports, it's a chance for workers to get out of the office and into the community to help.
Every year we have somewhere between 25 and 50 volunteers come out to redo our grounds, spring cleanup essentially.
This week is the United Way's Week of Action in Maine, with volunteer events across the state, including at the Barron Center here in Portland.
I know a lot of events are outside. I think there are a lot of gardening, cleanup events, and all over Portland, greater Portland.
The United Way has partnered with several companies around the Portland area to give their employees an alternative workday.
I think a lot of big places in the Portland area have offer a day of volunteering to their staff. Instead of coming to work, they come out and volunteer in the community.
This event is about more than just volunteers giving back to the community. It's a chance for them to slow down and disconnect.
This is healthcare. We move fast all day long. And I know that all the folks volunteering today move fast all the day long. And to just see them come out, they're just talking with each other. Nobody has phones out. Nobody's thinking about work.
The volunteers seem to think so as well.
It feels really good to be out here on this beautiful May Day rather than sitting in my office.
The United Way is holding similar events all week. If you're interested in participating, head over to the United Way's website for more information.
That was Christian Bridges reporting. An Ellsworth Community Meal Program is expanding its services. The Everybody Eats meal program, which has been serving hot meals every Monday since 2009, is now offering brown bag lunches every Friday. The program is associated with Downey's community partners and aims to help combat hunger and food insecurity.
It's Ellsworth and the surrounding community. Anyone is welcome. There are no income barriers or restrictions. We are welcoming everybody in these community meals.
The Brown Bag Takeout Lunch program runs through June 24th. That takes place every Friday from noon to 2 p.m. at the St. Dunstan's Episcopal Church in Ellsworth. The Hot Meal program, which is currently takeout only, takes place every Monday from 2:30 to 4 p.m. To reserve multiple takeout orders or to volunteer, call 973-287-9926. That information on our website as well. All right, still to come on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22. The suspect in the mass shooting in Buffalo was on the radar of New York State Police more than a year before his rampage.
And the first Russian soldier to face trial for war crimes in Ukraine is pleading guilty tonight, admitting to shooting and killing an unarmed civilian. Those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
Imagine waking up in the morning after having a great night's sleep on your new mattress, and you find out the Sox swept the World Championship, and that mattress or anything else that you bought at Jordan's is now free. That's right, free. I'll bet you'll sleep even better tomorrow night. You'll also get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the Sox sweep at Jordan's.
Summer's here, and with an exciting new Toyota, you can take a trip to the beach, the city, the mountains, the desert, ooh, the bayou. I think I'm sinking. Definitely sinking.
Save fuel with an electrified all-wheel drive RAV4 hybrid with 40 mpg and up to a 580-mile driving range. Plus, get 1.75 financing on most RAV4 models.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
It's replacement window season in America. Many companies sell vinyl windows. But did you know there is a better solution? Renewal by Andersen's Fibrix composite material won't warp or bow over time like vinyl can. It's no wonder our Fibrix windows are replacing vinyl as the better replacement window. So why not save some money this season with Renewal by Andersen? Act now and schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
Fox Thursday is all new first.
It's like 3 Ivies tall. With the crack here and a yolk there. E-I-E-I.
Awesome. Uh-oh. Master Chef Junior. Then.
Oh, what's happening?
Something all new is cooking.
2 words.
1 hour.
Can you believe?
Of Welcome to Flat.
That's a splinter.
All new back-to-back episodes. It's all happening this Thursday on Fox.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
The suspect in the mass shooting in Buffalo was on the radar of New York State Police more than a year before his rampage. He underwent a required mental health evaluation, but still could buy weapons. And tonight, new light is being shed about his online presence. About 30 minutes before the attack, he invited a small group of people to join a chat room online in Discord. Fox's Alexis McAdams has the latest from Buffalo.
Just 30 minutes before the deadliest mass shooting in Buffalo's history, the accused gunman shared his plans online, inviting a small group of people into a chat room on the messaging app Discord. 18-year-old Peyton Gendron described in detail his plans to murder as many black people as possible. No one alerted authorities. Now, New York's Governor Kathy Hochul asking what other warning signs were missed.
We're proud of having tough gun laws, no doubt about it. But as time goes on, you start to see the loopholes.
Today, Hochul signing 2 executive orders. One adding a unit focused on fighting domestic terrorism, and the other will require state police to file an order of protection when they see a high-risk case.
We believe that together these steps are necessary to confront the stem of rising hatred, white supremacism in our state.
New York is one of 19 states that have the red flag law, which prevents anyone who claims to want to hurt themselves or others from having a gun or buying a gun. Police say there was no request for that in Gendron's case. There was the option to do so last June when Gendron was questioned after investigators say he told his teacher he wanted to commit a murder-suicide. Troopers took him to a local hospital for a mental health evaluation, but he was released.
Well, he did fall through the cracks, as far as the system goes. However, when you look at the defendant individually, you had a 17-year-old high school student who had never been treated for mental illness before. Obviously, he was suffering from some sort of delusion or mental illness.
The governor of New York ordering the state police to investigate violent extremism cases online, also calling on the attorney general to go after those social media platforms that allow hate speech. Reporting in Buffalo, New York, I'm Alexis McAdams, Fox News.
The first Russian soldier to face trial for war crimes in Ukraine is pleading guilty. This as the U.S. reopens its embassy in the Ukrainian capital. Fox's Greg Palcott has the latest from Kyiv.
Flag raising at the U.S. Embassy in Kyiv, marking its reopening. It's been closed since February, amid new concerns on many fronts here. In Mariupol, Russia claiming 1,000 Ukrainian fighters have surrendered as the siege there nears an end. Russians saying some Ukrainians might be tried for war crimes. In Kyiv, a Russian soldier became the first to be charged with a war crime by Ukraine for allegedly killing a civilian. He pleaded guilty and faces possible life in prison, as Finland and Sweden made it official, submitting applications to join the NATO alliance, citing Russian aggression against Ukraine. A unanimous vote is needed. Member Turkey could block the move. It claims the countries harbor anti-Turkey extremists. The White House seems confident.
I got a call that both the leader of Finland and Sweden are coming to see me on Thursday. I think we're going to be okay.
And the fighting goes on. Ukrainian forces beating back Russians around the city of Kharkiv. Russians blasting away for gains in the east. And Ukraine's determination deepens. 36-year-old Ukrainian member of parliament Kira Rudik became world famous early in the war, posing with an AK-47 Kalashnikov rifle, which she tells us she still has.
I've got my Kalashnikov. I am training with it still. If something happens, I will be able to protect myself.
After nearly 3 months of battles in which she's witnessed important Ukrainian gains and ugly Russian brutality, she is more determined than ever that Ukraine should push Russia back.
It could be a very high price, though, pushing them back.
It is, but haven't we paid a high price already?
Secretary of State Blinken met late today with Turkey's foreign minister at the UN. The Turkish official said that his country was resolute in its support for Ukraine, but also said his country had security concerns when it came to those new NATO candidates. To be continued. In Kyiv, Greg Palcott, Fox News.
Stocks suffered their steepest drop in almost 2 years, further adding to economic concerns as inflation rises. Fox's Caroline Shively has more from Washington.
Don't let the smiles fool you. It was a brutal day on Wall Street. The S&P 500 and the Dow both had their worst days since 2020.
We can't get a break. We get one step forward and two step back.
Retail giant Target suffered one of the biggest drops. Its shares fell by over 25%. The company cited rising shipping and fuel costs. Drivers across the U.S. also feeling the pinch of those soaring gas prices.
Oh, they're outrageous.
The national average for a gallon of regular jumped to $4.58 on Wednesday, according to Gas Buddy.
It could get worse for gasoline, as the government today reported gasoline inventories fell by 4 million barrels in the last week alone.
No answers coming from Capitol Hill, but plenty of finger pointing.
Where is the Republican plan to deal with inflation? Non-existent. Where is the Republican plan to deal with gas prices in a meaningful way? Non-existent.
Right now, we've got an administration whose plan is to blame anybody but them and their policies. These price increases started long before Putin crossed into Ukraine.
The Federal Reserve is watching all of this closely. This week, Chairman Jerome Powell said the Fed will have to consider moving more aggressively if inflation doesn't start to ease. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
Amber Heard testified today in the high-profile defamation lawsuit against actor Johnny Depp. Fox's Anna Eliopoulos breaks down the latest proceedings taking place in a Virginia courtroom.
More witnesses took the stand in the ongoing libel trial between Johnny Depp and ex-wife Amber Heard Wednesday. Among those was Raquel Pennington, a friend of Heard during the pair's multi-year marriage. Pennington admitted she never saw Depp assault Heard, but says she saw bruises and cuts consistent with physical assault.
I was worried for her physical safety. I was worried that when he turned, he might accidentally do something that was worse than he ever intended.
Heard's sister also testified Wednesday. She told the jury about Depp's frequent alcohol and drug use and says she personally witnessed the Pirates of the Caribbean actor physically abusing Heard.
Johnny had already grabbed Amber by the hair with one hand and was whacking her repeatedly in the face with the other as I was standing there.
A makeup artist also supported those claims and says she covered up multiple injuries on Heard's face prior to an appearance with late-night talk show host James Corden.
We covered
the discoloration or the bruises with a little slightly heavier concealer, which I would normally don't use on amber, but peach do cancel blue. So I did that under the eyes.
The testimony comes just one day after Heard wrapped up her testimony on the witness stand. Closing arguments are slated for next week at the earliest. In New York, Anna Eliopoulos, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, an Ellsworth Community Meal Program expanding its services. We'll have the details.
And in sports, after suffering a season-ending injury, one Maine baseball player has found a new home high above the infield. We'll share his story after this.
Usos take on Arcade Bro in the Tag Team Championship Unification match. It's an all-new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern on Fox.
Welcome to your family fun entertainment center, Movie Rocket Entertainment Galaxy. Movie Rocket has newly renovated cinemas, and the Starcade features all the best video and arcade games around. Plus, kids 7 and under can enjoy the inflatable bounce house at Galaxy Jump.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA Insurance, call 866-460-1291 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 rated reliability of Kubota compact tractors so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home the Kubota VX Series for 0 down, 0% APR for 60 months, plus save up to $700.
Saturday, MLS action heats up on Fox with the battle in the South.
I can't wait for this one.
Walker Zimmerman leads Nashville SC as they look to make some noise in the Music City.
Are you serious?
All day. But a showdown against Atlanta United awaits, and the Five Stripes never back down.
Incredible!
It all kicks off Saturday at 7:30 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Welcome to your family fun entertainment center, Movie Rocket Entertainment Galaxy. Movie Rocket has newly renovated cinemas, and the Starcade features all the best video and arcade games around. Plus, kids 7 and under can enjoy the inflatable bounce house at Galaxy Jump.
Today, several people received recognition from the Ellsworth Area Chamber of Commerce. Our Dylan Holloway attended the Chamber's Awards ceremony and has more.
Several people are being honored at the 66th Ellsworth Area Chamber of Commerce Award Ceremony. We spoke to one award winner and found out what it means to be selected. One of those being honored is co-owner of the 97.7 Smooth Rock and Roll radio station, Mark Osborne. Osborne is being presented with the prestigious Top Drawer Award.
We joke with our friends that it only took us 40 years to get this far, but you know, there are a lot of businesses in the Ellsworth area who've been around for 40 years or longer who are more deserving, or at least as deserving as we are, so we feel very honored.
The annual Top Drawer Award, which was first established in 1980, is presented to an outstanding individual, company, or organization who has made a substantial contribution to the growth, development, and improvement of Ellsworth, Hancock County, and/or the state of Maine, according to the Chamber's website. Osborne says he and his business partner, Natalie Knox, started 97.7 in 2005, but their roots in broadcasting go back even further.
Prior to that, going way back to 1982, we started KISS 94 radio, Lucky 99, and The Bear 104.7. And We got out of radio for a few years in the early 2000s, decided we couldn't stay away, and came back in 2005 with this station.
Osborne says he is grateful to his fans and advertisers for the support throughout the years. That being said, he has no plans of slowing down anytime soon.
A lot of people ask us what's next, and I think what's next is more of what we've been doing. We plan to just keep on keeping on. We're not afraid of getting old either, because thankfully radio is a job you can do sitting down.
Reporting from Ellsworth, I'm Dylan Holloway for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Next week marks National Boat Safety Week. Our Brooke Riley spoke with U.S. Coast Guard members about how to stay safe out on the water.
Summer is just around the corner, but before boaters hit the water, it's important to brush up on safety practices.
Now's a great time for folks to, as they're getting their vessels ready, to take a look at their required safety equipment on board.
Karakni says safety requirements vary depending on the size of the vessel, but everyone should register digital selective calling on their VHF radio in the event they have to make a distress call. He also recommends putting orange if found stickers on paddle crafts.
You want the Coast Guard to have as much accurate information as possible on the vessel name, really vessel name and most importantly the location of where the distress incident is occurring, so that we can get assets on scene as quickly as possible.
According to Karakni, the Coast Guard offers free boat safety checks as well as classes and has a downloadable app that lists safety requirements for specific lengths of vessels and where it's being operated.
If you could file a float plan, so let somebody know where you're going and when you plan to be back, so that if you run into trouble, they can call for help. It's always important to have a means of communication when you're out on the water.
They say the most important safety measure you can take is by wearing a life jacket.
You never know when you're going to need it, and it's always better to have it on when that happens.
Kellen Back also says to dress for the water, not the weather.
For the weather, we've had some really beautiful days, temperatures in the 70s. The water is still in the high 40s or 50s, so it's really important that you're dressing for that water should you fall in.
With next week being National Boat Safety Week, the Coast Guard has been holding search and rescue / recreational boating safety conferences around the state for local agencies.
We want folks to get out on the water, be safe, enjoy Maine.
In Southwest Harbor, Brooke Riley, ABC7 and Fox 22.
It's scenes like that make you want to get out there and do exactly what the man said. Enjoy Maine.
Absolutely. And a really important reminder, too, about that water temperature.
Yeah.
We've been feeling those warmer air temperatures, but water takes so much longer to get up there.
At the same time, we're also well aware of a couple recent incidents where folks were in jeopardy because they went into the water without a life jacket. So really important to remember and to have that device with you at all times.
Yep, safety first.
All right. Well, Jeff Weller's coming back with our full 5-day. Stay with us.
A bit colder today with highs back in the 60s, but there are 80s in the 5-day forecast. Also in the forecast, some rain arriving tomorrow. Those details when I come back.
Some hesitate when faced with a decision, but not you. Introducing the 2022 Telluride Nightfall Edition.
Why do thousands of customers take the drive to Newport for all their shoes? Because Comfort Shoes & More has the styles you want, and they also have trained podorthists on staff to help you with all your footwear and arch support issues. We provide free foot evaluations by people who care about fitting you with the most comfortable shoes you will ever own. We have shoes in stock up to 6C and size 17, from safety shoes and boots, running, walking, casual or dress. We have it all at Comfort Shoes & More, 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport, across from Irving.
Dude, can you believe we're graduating? And they helped us find a great job. Soon we'll be living the dream.
Exactly. I'm incredibly grateful for Maine Job Corps. If it wasn't for them, I'd be working an entry-level job and barely making it.
Let Team Maine Job Corps help find the career that's right for you. Call 561-8516.
It's another can't-miss weekend of USFL football on Fox. Saturday, QB Kyle Sloter leads the New Orleans Breakers
one-handed catch
against the New Jersey Generals.
Touchdown.
And Sunday, the Pittsburgh Maulers battle Clayton Thorson and the Houston Gamblers.
All the way to the house.
Real football for real fans. The USFL, Saturday and Sunday on Fox.
Presenting Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable, available all-wheel drive SUVs, backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Get 1.9% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2022 Sorento.
I pledge allegiance
One of NASCAR's crown jewel races.
to the flag
We're racing for them.
of the United States of America.
There you are. Welcome back, my friends. All right, so temperatures today back in the mid-60s. We'll take it with the sunshine, but tomorrow some clouds are on the way and some rain showers. That rain could be locally heavy tomorrow afternoon. Also today, a bit windy, right? Out of the northwest, around 10 to 15 miles per hour sustained. But there were a couple wind gusts near 30. You felt that, I know. This will actually die down a bit tonight, and then tomorrow kind of switch out of the west-southwest through the afternoon, around 10 to 15 miles per hour. So that's doing a couple things. It's giving us feel-like temperatures close to our air temperature, and it's kicking up the allergies, right? Shaking the pollen out of the trees and grass pollen as well. Right now, the tree pollen is off the charts in the high category. Grass pollen not too far behind. So if you are sniffling and sneezing, this is most likely a reason why your eyes are turning red, right? All right, so lots of clear skies out there today. A very nice day, a slightly below average temperature-wise, but it was sunny, so it didn't feel like it with that wind out there as well. We're going to have increasing clouds towards sunrise tomorrow morning, as there is quite a system to the west of us now. There's a couple of them. You see one here and you see one here. They're going to combine forces over us tomorrow, but also notice a very active storm track. So System 1, System 2, System 3, System 4. These are all kind of have eyes on us, so a good chance for some rainfall every couple days around here is going to keep an active weather pattern going for us going forward. Let's walk you through it. So tonight, lots of clear skies. By tomorrow morning, we're talking about increasing clouds around sunrise, maybe a couple of sprinkles around 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. That will turn into more general rainfall throughout the afternoon. Again, that rain could be locally heavy. Now, the severe weather threat tomorrow is incredibly low, but a couple of these could produce some heavy rainfall and maybe a couple areas of gusty winds later in the afternoon. That pushes out of here tomorrow evening. Here we are into Friday morning, looking at mostly cloudy skies and a couple sprinkles around. In fact, a couple showers could linger actually into Saturday. So overall, kind of a wet weekend is on the way, early weekend, before we get some warmer temperatures in here as well. So the rain's looking like this. So generally a half inch or so of rainfall is on the way between early tomorrow morning and say about this time tomorrow night, with some more light showers getting in here on Friday as well. So our forecast then tonight, though, is mostly clear skies to partly cloudy skies near sunrise tomorrow. Look for low temperatures down near 41. That's comfortable with a calm wind after midnight. For tomorrow, all right, so scattered rain showers. Again, some locally heavy rainfall tomorrow afternoon. High temperatures near 60, some rain-cooled air out there with that south-southwest breeze around 5 to 10. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows the story, right? 61 tomorrow, Friday 71. That's an improvement. And then look what happens. Here's the weekend. We'll turn the faucet off on Friday morning. Saturday looking at 80 or 79 under partly cloudy skies. Sunday 83 with some thunder showers and a bit cooler for us on Monday afternoon. Beth?
All righty, man, 80s.
Yeah.
Whew,
Love
summer
to see
really
that.
is around the corner.
It really is. You know, hopefully those thunderstorms on Sunday can hold off just a little bit so we can get a beautiful weekend all around.
Here's hoping. All right, well, sports is coming up next, folks. Don't go anywhere.
When pipes froze and water damage ravaged a home, Bouchard Cleaning was there to restore and dry things up. When a home in Wells needed mold remediation, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration performed as promised. From Madawaska to Owl's Head, Ashland to Bath, we've answered the call. More than just a cleaning company, we're restoring Maine. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Take your waterfront experience to the next level with a Shoremaster dock system from Hammond Lumber Company. Your Hammond sales representative will walk you through Shoremaster's many options and accessories and match you with the right equipment for your waterfront. And with Shoremaster, it's easy to make future changes or additions. Shoremaster docks are easy to install, but Hammond can arrange for professional installation if needed. And statewide delivery is available. Enjoy life on the water to the fullest with Shoremaster from Hammond Lumber Company.
The Earth's gravity changes in spring, when water moves in a mass-altering dance. Maybe that's why in spring, we're drawn in new directions. pulled out of hibernation and pushed into action. So be bold, make the shift, and gravitate to greatness.
Get 0.9% APR for 48 months plus $500 purchase allowance on the 2022 Cadillac XT4, XT5, and XT6. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
USFL football action continues on Fox as the playmaking duo of DeAndre Johnson and Luis Perez lead the New Jersey Generals against the Houston Gamblers. Real football for real fans. The USFL, Sunday at 4 Eastern on Fox.
Oh my goodness. Lego Masters is back. We are going to blow your minds. Go!
Lego Masters premieres May 31st on Fox.
Welcome back in. Thanks for staying with us. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals on Tuesday was less than ideal for Celtics fans. After an offensive onslaught in the first half where they shot 59% and scored 62 points, the wheels just fell off in the third, and they were outscored 64-45 in the second half as a whole. Now, that was only Game 1, so not all is lost. Game 2 is in Miami on Thursday, and this team believes that they have what it takes to battle back and tie things up.
We've been in a situation where we had to fight ourselves out of the holes we dug ourselves in, so I'm a firm believer in us matching the adversity, that we face. Like I said, it starts with that, we just got to come together, correct the mistakes, and be ready to fight.
Hopefully they do fight on Thursday. Looking forward to the rest of that series. Moving on now, sometimes you choose to go into broadcasting. Other times the road to the booth is a result of something else. And for Maine baseball standout Jeff Reynes, that has been the case throughout the spring. Dave Peck has the story.
Jim Churchill along with Jake Reynes.
Shortly into what he'd call his breakout season, Maine baseball's Jake Reynes saw 6 pins bring him back to the dugout.
I found a consistency for the first time in my career, and to have it just shatter on a fluke play is obviously tough.
Out with a shattered index finger, Reynes knew his season was effectively over. But from press row, the voice of the Black Bears thought something different.
Reynes got hurt, which was not a positive thing, but I said, hey, maybe we'll try him in the booth. It's always a 50-50 proposition because some guys clam up a little bit. Not the case with Jake Reynes.
Perhaps it was his English major working its magic, because during Maine's series versus NJIT, Reynes joined Churchill on 92.9 The Ticket. First as a guest.
I thought I was only going up for 3 outs.
Eventually, as a partner.
Ended up being up there to the 8th, 9th inning and just had a good time. And he said, hey, come back next week and next week and next week.
And before he knew it, Reynes earned the esteemed and rare title of player broadcaster.
He is a student of the game. That I will say. He's a student of the game, and it's like having a coach in the booth.
Cuts Marquez off, makes throw on the run.
And he brings a lot from the dugout, too.
Any good broadcast has some level of familiarity with the team. But with his unique situation, Reynes took the phrase insider to a whole new level.
That's my best friend. There's been a couple in-game adjustments where I've gone up to the booth right after the adjustment. I just saw Coach Sherwood over there talking to the dugout and kind of shed some light on the adjustment without actually saying exactly what it was. I bet you was talking about the outside edge, how it's kind of been inconsistent.
Few appreciate that insight more than the Maine baseball dads. And while they may watch every game from the left field perch, they always come prepared for the full broadcast experience.
That is not what the doctor ordered right there.
I think Jake's done a good job. Matter of fact, the first time I told him he did a nice job, and he goes, really?
Now, Jake may surprise himself, but his knack for commentary seems to run in the family.
My grandfather grew up telling me the story about how he won a junior broadcasting competition and got to do an inning at Connie Mack Stadium for the Phillies when he was a kid.
Now, as the Black Bears gear up for the playoffs, Reynes' first season behind the mic is nearing an end. But the experience has given him a newfound perspective on the game and potentially his future.
I think it's opened a door I never thought was an option, but it's fun for me, and I'd obviously rather be playing, but it gives me something to do, and it's interesting. So if I get an opportunity to do it, I think I would.
Reporting in Orono, Dave Peck, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks, Dave. Great story there, as always. The Black Bears missed Jake on the field, but it seems like he's found home number 2 in the booth. Let's stay in Orono and on the diamond now. It's time for some softball. The Coyotes are in town, and the Red Riots are trying to defend their home field. Top of the first now, runner at first. And look at the effort from Kelsey McCrum in right field. She is dirtying the laundry for the out, gets him out of the frame. Next inning, Emily Wheeler at the dish drives this one deep to center, and that clears the wall. And she is going to gritty on home to give the Coyotes a 1-0 lead. But the Riots would get it back. Emma LaBelle turns on the Jets after hitting a ball deep to right, and she circles them all, and she scores on the inside the park home run. It's a tie game. Not for long, though. Wheeler again finds the gap in left center this time. That brings home Sage Evans. It's an RBI triple, and Old Town goes on to win 7-3 is the final. All right, let's talk some golf now. PGA Championship Thursday morning in Oklahoma. The reigning champ Phil Mickelson is not playing this year. Do you know who is? Maine's very own Sean Warren. The longtime pro will be making his third appearance at the PGA Championship. He'll be teeing off at 9:50 on the front nine. Sean qualified a few weeks ago out in Austin, Texas, coming from behind in the tournament to crack the leaderboard and get in, and he's hoping the third time out will be the charm.
With two of them under my belt now, knowing exactly what to expect, knowing how to prepare, knowing how to handle it, I think that this time going forward, I don't think I can put myself in any better position than where I am right now.
All right, looking forward to watching him compete. And you can't forget about Tiger either. The Cat is teeing up with Rory McIlroy and Jordan Spieth shortly before Warren at around 9:10. And then John Daly's out there too at 8 a.m. It's going to be a fun weekend in Tulsa. All right, that is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Shop Jordan's Furniture now, and it could all be free. Visit Jordans.com.
It's replacement window season in America. Many companies sell vinyl windows, but did you know there is a better solution? Renewal by Andersen's Fibrix composite material won't warp or bow over time like vinyl can. It's no wonder our Fibrix windows are replacing vinyl as the better replacement window. So why not save some money this season with Renewal by Andersen? Act now and schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
Don't get stuck with internet and TV that costs more and does less. Set yourself free with Spectrum and get it all from one provider. Get Spectrum Internet with enough speed for all your devices all at once with speeds of 200 megabits.
Whoa, that's fast.
Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep you safe online. Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-605-4999. And don't get stuck with the same old TV. Multiply your screens. Spectrum TV with a free Spectrum TV app lets you watch here, there, and everywhere. Stream live TV, sports, news, and more on any device. Plus, access up to 85,000 on-demand titles. Get Spectrum TV from $49.99 a month. Call 833-605-4999. Don't get stuck paying more for less. Pick and choose the services you need. Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each. All with no contracts. Call 833-605-4999.
Ready for this catch-22? The mental health struggles you want to work on are the same reasons you're putting off therapy. You're stuck. Sondermind makes it easy to team up with the right therapist and turn stuckness into strength.
Brooks Tire and Auto Repair, Route 7 in Dexter, is open for full-service auto repair. They sell tires for less, and nobody beats their prices. Brooks Tire and Auto Repair, Dexter.
I smoked a pack a day for 45 years. When my doctor suggested lung cancer screening, I wasn't sure I wanted to know the results.
If you're age 55 or older and smoke now or smoked heavily in the past, ask your provider if lung cancer screening is right for you.
When my first screening came up clear, what a relief.
A new test can find it earlier when treatment is more successful.
I quit smoking a few years ago, but I plan on being screened every year.
How fun is this? Oh my goodness! Absolute madness!
Major League Baseball returns May 28th on Fox.
Welcome back. A Navy veteran in Scarborough is the lucky winner of a new roof. After a fellow veteran put his name in for a national drawing, a local company installed the roof on his home on Wednesday. Owen Kingsley shares more.
We are happily putting a roof on George Anderson's house. He is the winner of the Beacon of Hope contest.
Oh, I'm overwhelmed.
Beacon Roofing Supply holds a national drawing every year. They pick just 6 winners. George Anderson, a Vietnam veteran from Scarborough, was one of those lucky few.
My father's on the right and that's me on the left.
His application submitted by a friend from the Vet to Vet Maine program. On Wednesday, Horch Roofing got to work.
It means the world to us. We've always loved working with veterans. We've always also loved helping out.
Beacon of Hope is paying for the materials, while Horch Roofing offering the free labor. A project like this would typically go between $8,000 and $12,000, a cost that George Anderson can't cover.
It's unbelievable.
George Anderson loves to share memories from his service in the Navy.
People shake my hand and thank me for my service.
He's got a great story. He's a veteran, and he's given to our country, and it's just, I feel like it's our responsibility to give back to him.
Can't say enough about how grateful we are for our veterans and their contributions to the country. Multiple generations, multiple conflicts.
Yeah.
They all deserve our thanks.
Yeah, really great story there. Great to see them giving back in that way as well.
Yeah, and I feel like we have to check in about the seeds because you two have been stressing.
My heart is pounding every night.
For days now, and it's coming back tomorrow night. How about what's your gut telling you? Let's do the gut check about tomorrow.
Oh, they're going to win tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I think Marcus coming back is going to be huge. You're going to see the ball moving a lot, and that's kind of going to balance out that Heat defense that kind of smothered us in the second half.
Yeah.
So
he said the wheels fell off. I mean, that's a strong visual.
We had like 2.7 minutes into the third quarter, just not looking good.
Right, and so Marcus Smart expected to come back. Al Horford's still out, but we could see him back when we return to Boston, though. So that could be a huge boost once that.
Especially if it's 1-1. Especially if it's 1-1 when we come back to Boston. Because Al was the highest scorer last series.
Yeah, and which was a big surprise to many people given his age too.
Yep.
Do you think it's as simple as a player or two coming back? Was there something deeper going on, or if they just had a bit of a roller coaster ride?
I honestly think it's that simple. I think Smart's going to make a huge difference because he's that true point guard on the floor, and we didn't really have one.
Is he kind of the glue? Like he holds things together?
He's the glue guy, yes. He's the glue guy. That's one of my favorite terms in basketball. Marcus Smart is the glue guy for this team. Yes.
Oh, boy. Well, all right. I guess the glue guy is coming back then. All right, folks. That's going to do it for us. From everybody here at Fox 22 News, take care and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.
For more local news coverage, switch over to our sister station, ABC7, right now for ABC7 News at 11.
Are you on Medicaid and in need of bladder control and incontinence products? Then stay tuned for a free offer from Active Style.
I'm embarrassed to go out in public because sometimes I have accidents. Can Medicaid help me with bladder control products?
Can I get my bladder control products delivered at no cost to me? Is there a home delivery service for bladder control products?
How would you like to have all your incontinence supplies delivered discreetly right to your door at no cost to you? You can if you're Medicaid eligible, thanks to Active Style. At Active Style, we understand your needs and offer convenient home delivery of incontinence products for children and adults. When you call a personal consultant, someone like me will help you find the best bladder control supplies for you. Inside every product is a super absorbent core that turns liquid to gel and locks it away to help protect your skin and keep you dry. Your comfort and satisfaction are assured by our Get It Right guarantee.